Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Historian Reacts. Okay, so we're just going to pick up right where we left off in sequence 5. Um, yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the sequences back in the first few games of Assassin's Creed, like 1 and 2 might be the prologue, but then every other sequence was like a clear mission, and I feel like we're still making our way kind of through the prologue. Um, All right. I need to check the map here. Okay, so this is where I'm going. Can I fast travel there? So this is wild to me. So it like set me off on this adventure, like, oh, you can go explore all this, but it also has like a fast travel component right there. I'm not really complaining because I mean, let's just go to the next part. But like, why have travel then if you can just do this, Anyway, again, I'm being nitpicky, so. I do enjoy the Assassin's Creed series, so I'm being critical of it because I enjoy these games. Like I'm enjoying myself playing
Get
this.
out of the way! After him!
Okay. I vaguely remember this character Achilles. Not well, but I do remember the character somewhat. So let's see. All right. Davenport Homestead. Do I have to walk all the way around here? Can I just climb down? Probably. Well, I don't see any bales of hay, so I don't think I'm just gonna jump down. I guess. Uh-oh, that's not good. You know what? Actually, wait. I bet I can. Oh, that's not good. Well, alright, I lived. So, sometimes, if the choice is between a wolf and a cliff, I guess I'm choosing cliff. Okay, here's one of the horses I saw. Who's this guy? Or maybe it's not? Can I chat with him, or? I can assassinate. So top right, assassinate, steal, or reflex shot, and no just like talk. I will say that I pick on Red Dead 2, like Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot, but in that game, you do have the option to at least greet someone, which I do kind of appreciate, because otherwise the whole way you interact with the world is like through violence. That's the only means of interacting with it. Assassin's Creed is pretty bad about that. You either steal, kill, or like push past or punch, All right. Some carriage marks. Although they didn't seem to be in a carriage.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
You must be one of them native fellas from the, what's it called? Iroquois tribe. Aye. You from that?
Course not, Terry. Iroquois ain't a tribe.
Is so.
Is not. The Iroquois is a confederation.
Godfrey kind of knows what he's talking about. Okay.
Confederation.
Oh wait, they're still going. I kind of want to watch this.
An alliance. Lots of different kinds of people all united.
Right. Like I said, a tribe.
Listen, you toddy-headed twiddlepoop. There's a difference between a
What an
tribe and a
insult.
confederation, and it's not my fault your skull's too thick to make sense of it.
Who you calling a twiddlepoop, you crump buck scab? Hey now, this is between me and him.
Yeah, mind your business.
So, that is funny. Godfrey is right. The Iroquois are a confederation or confederacy, a loose association of different tribes. That is definitely correct. There were other confederacies that had existed, like the Powhatan Confederacy, a few others, but there's oftentimes these were done out of a need for survival, to war against the encroaching Europeans, but also to war with other indigenous peoples. And so this was very much a tactical move. But a lot of them, during the quote-unquote French and Indian War, or 7 Years' War, the Iroquois sided with the British, which was kind of interesting to see. I mean, the idea is that Charles Lee's a Templar, right? He's not just British, but it was interesting to see that he would burn like a Mohawk settlement, because like that could potentially start. Like, I want to be clear, alliances between indigenous peoples was incredibly important for Europeans, because if you didn't have those alliances, you probably weren't going to win your wars. They provided numbers, warriors, navigation, scouts. They were kind of indispensable for colonial warfare. So the idea that he would just burn, literally, a bridge with indigenous peoples is kind of... There would have been repercussions, probably. But, again, violence directed towards indigenous peoples was relatively commonplace, so... All right.
What? I was told you could train me.
No. Go away.
I'm not leaving.
So I have thoughts. I'm gonna wait for a minute here until we get more interactions with Achilles. Okay, we have an animus database. So this is Achilles Davenport. This is bio, born 1710. Okay. Just that he was a member of the Assassin's Order. But yeah, this is interesting because it's a huge house. Like, this is huge. Like, like for colonial times, this is like plantation manor size. This is massive. And I think we're still in Massachusetts, and a lot of these homes were not this size. This looks more like a plantation home size, which, you know, southern plantations had these massive fields of tobacco. At this point in time in South Carolina, it would have been rice, and a lot of times the idea was to kind of promote grandeur, and so they would build these huge homes.
I need a place to camp.
Virginia
This
homes
should
were like
do.
that too. New England homes were a little bit more understated. I mean, they would have large homes, but that's huge. You know, I mean, it's really big, and I didn't see any farmland around it really either. So, like, I'm wondering where the money for this comes from, because normally if you have a big home like that, there is farmland, like they're selling something. Yeah, it's confusing, because that land, I mean, again, it looked very rocky. It looks like Massachusetts, so. I feel like this is an old trope of the master refusing to train the pupil, you know? This is also very classic hero's journey, right? Like, you know, young pupil comes and finds the master who teaches them their ways. It's interesting to me because up there it says, like, convince the man to speak with you. I'm like, we were told his name is Achilles, like the player. Why are they still saying the man? I don't know. Yeah. Could have done with a round of editing, is I guess what I'm saying. Which you would think they would do in the remaster. I don't know. But
There must be another way in.
okay. Let's go around the back. Yeah, this is huge. Like, truly massive. It looks like it was added onto at one point. I wonder if they based this manor off of anything
Please,
historical.
all I ask is a moment of your time.
I apologize if I've been unclear or otherwise confused you with my words. It was never my intention to mislead, so let me try to clarify. Get the hell off my land.
So,
Coming up!
I don't remember Achilles' story, but individuals of African descent there were some who owned land, in colonial America. Some even owned plantations. Some even enslaved people. That was exceedingly rare, exceedingly. And generally speaking, especially in New England, the idea that there would be someone who would have this amount of, well, again, it's not even farmland from what I can see. Like, maybe they're traders. They could be absentee, but I don't know. There's a lot of questions I have.
Just hear me out. What are you so afraid of?
Some stuff ain't adding up.
Afraid? You think I'm afraid of anything? Least of all a self-important little scab like you? Or you might dream of being a hero, of riding to rescues, of saving the world. But stay this course, and the only thing you're gonna be is dead. The world's moved on, boy. Best you do too.
I will not leave, do you hear me? I'm never leaving. Just wait, old man.
Okay. Also,
I will not be defeated so easily.
not to be this, but like, this is... Alright, we have a huge, like, colonial-style home. We have a lot of horses.
You will train me.
And
You have to.
the house isn't in any disrepair. Where are the workers? You know what I mean? Like, this is Massachusetts, so there wouldn't really have been enslaved laborers at this point in time. Slavery existed, but they're not incredibly commonplace. Massachusetts is one of the earliest colonies to end slavery with their state constitutions after the Revolutionary War, partly because there's so few enslaved people present. But there would have been workers because, again, like all this stuff, stables, several horses that also aren't stabled. They're just like in the barn loose, like multiple horses, and no one seems to be taking care of them. A lot of big questions. Okay, so wait, no, those aren't workers. Those are guards of some kind.
These are square toes. This'll be easy.
That's what you said last time, and I wound up with a dead horse and a dark eye.
Who are you?
No one you need concern yourself with, little britches.
Best cut for something bad happens.
No.
Can't say we didn't warn ya.
Okay, so fighting. All right, action for the first time in like a couple hours. Oh, wow.
Oi, brothers!
So this is interesting. How does Connor know how to kill people? Like, he's taking out 4 guards. Or sorry. Again, Connor already killed more people than the Boston Massacre. By a like, how is it he hasn't been trained yet? Why does he need training if he can do this?
Why are you here? What do you want?
Best ask the boss man.
Why is the boss man not in uniform like the rest of them?
You working for the old man, then? That it? Maybe this will get you talking. Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Clean this up. Then I suppose we should talk.
So there's an implication earlier that Achilles, again, this man of African descent in what I assume again is Massachusetts, had killed the horse of one of these 2 white men and beat them up, and yet was seemingly able to go back to his home. That's almost certainly something that could not have happened. New England did not have slavery, really, or did not have a substantial enslaved population, but racism, especially anti-black racism, was widespread. Many New Englanders were engaged in the slave trade. There was numerous exchanges of enslaved people all throughout the harbors in Boston. during the colonial period. I mean, a great book by Wendy Warren, New England Bound, about New England slavery is really good on this matter, because a lot of what she talks about are a lot of people who live in New England are actually engaged in like the transatlantic slave trade and profiting from it. Some of them are absentee plantation owners, as in they own plantations in the Caribbean but reap the benefits. So anti-black racism's everywhere. For him to have attacked someone, even in self-defense, and quote-unquote like gotten away with it, especially someone living in this who already has a huge target on their back, almost certainly not only did not happen, like could not have happened. Yeah, that just is kind of, it's making out Massachusetts to be far less racist than it absolutely was. Okay, so that's funny because that makes me think of The Patriot,
Sorry.
in which the
Not your
running joke
fault.
is that the chair
This whole
keeps
place
breaking.
is ready to come down.
That's really funny.
Goddamn miracle it hasn't already. Anyway, who are you?
My name is Ratonhnhaké.
Right. Well, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Now, tell me why you're here.
I was told to seek this symbol.
Do you even know what that symbol represents? Or what it is you're asking for?
No.
And yet, here you are.
The spirit said that I am...
These spirits of yours have been harassing the assassins for centuries. Ever since Ezio uncorked the bottle. But you don't even know what an assassin is, do you? Well, best settled in then. I've got a story to tell, and it's gonna take a while to get it all out.
So I guess he just relates the history of the first, how many, 3 games?
And
4
so,
games.
This is why the assassins have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of the Templars. Because if
I love
they
that.
succeed,
Fast forward exposition
their
later.
spirits'
I appreciate that.
visions
I think that's good.
will become reality.
Then I will stop them.
Oh, I have no doubt you'll try. Come on. I've something to show you. Careful. Wasn't a joke when I said this place was coming apart.
I always find it funny when
Why
people...
don't you repair it?
What are they
the
talking
point?
about? I mean, there's just blankets
Besides, I
over
don't have
everything.
materials for the job.
Like, they keep saying it's falling apart. I don't see any mildew. The curtains seem completely
buy
new. There's just stuff over some boxes and a painting askew. I guess there's some burn marks above the sconces, but like...
Look at me. You think
Like,
I can
this
just
doesn't look
march into some
dilapidated at
stone
all.
purse full of pounds and go shopping?
Yes. Why not?
So naive.
Okay, so he's saying that he can't go into town because
This way.
it's too dangerous. But like having a plantation, or well, I guess it's not a plantation, having just a house this size in colonial Massachusetts paints a huge target on your back. Like, people want your land, they want your house. Yeah, I don't really understand a lot of that.
I don't think you can just come in here, throw those on, and call yourself an assassin.
I did not. I would never presume...
That's all right. I know they've a certain allure. Very well. I'll train you. Then we'll know if you've the right to wear those robes.
Thank you.
Name's Achilles. Come on, then. We've work to do.
You are a speck of dust, a nothing. You and all your kind.
I don't know why, but
Living in
it's
the dirt like animals,
the idea that he has a conspiracy
oblivious to the
board with
true ways of the
with
world.
portraits, like perfect portraits of all the
What do
people
the
he wants to
Templars
kill.
want?
I don't understand that.
What they've always wanted. Control.
How
They
did he
see
get
an
the
opportunity
portraits?
in the colonies. A chance for new beginnings, unfettered by the chaos of the past. This is why they backed the British. Here they have a chance to illustrate the merits of their beliefs, a people in service to the principles of order and structure.
I have seen what is to come if they succeed. They have to die, don't they? All of them. Even my father.
Especially your father. He's the one holding the whole
So
thing
wait,
together.
did he tell them during the time skip that Hatham is his father? I guess so. It would have been nice to see that. Yeah, this is so confusing because, like, from Achilles' perspective, this kid shows up saying, "I've been tasked by spirits to seek you out,"
So I trained.
and
In running, in climbing, in fighting, in falling. And for every lesson that
Yeah,
concerned the body,
really don't
there
like
were
this-
two that concerned the mind.
this
Language, philosophy, logic, the arts. Achilles taught most often of the assassins and Templars, their structures, origins, and purpose. Centuries of history condensed into a few short days. I told him of the men who had burned my village, of Charles Lee and my promise to him. Achilles explained that Lee and his followers were Templars, and that they were led by none other than my own father.
we just learned this. Why is he doing this?
If I was to serve the order, these men would become my targets. So I worked harder,
Yeah.
learned faster. But for all my progress, it was clear that I still had much to learn. My training had only just begun.
So I guess I feel like I'm being mean here, but like, what did he say just then that we didn't already know from that previous extra long cutscene? Yeah, okay. So again, here's my little confusion here. He shows up, and I guess I should keep playing while I do all this, but like, he shows up. Achilles is like, okay, you're trying to become an assassin. I'm not going to train you. But he like beats up some guards and he goes, okay, I guess I'll train you. Or kills some guards and he goes, okay, I guess I'll train you. And then told him, by the way, I'm the son of like hold on, let me write it down. The head of the order, that you have a full conspiracy wall of painted custom portraits just ready to go. Right? And that's just, you just don't blink an eye. You're like, yeah, sounds good. I don't know. I feel like this should be more just as shocking for Achilles as Connor. Also, again, dilapidated. That's what he's been saying. He's saying this place is in disrepair. There's a huge eagle statue. There's a bear. There's 2 Kentucky rifles over a fireplace that's roaring. Okay. The narrative, I guess, is what's frustrating me with this game in a lot of ways. Alright, so where do I need to go? Oh, I guess I need to go find Achilles. Alright, so it's winter now again. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay, gotta go probably do some training because we are still making our way through the prologue. Alright.
Good morning.
To you as well. You taking a trip?
I've decided to do something about the house, and you're going to help me. Get it?
Okay. Okay, so this is Boston 1770. It's winter. We're gonna see the Boston Massacre. I don't remember the scene at all, but it's winter in Boston in 1770. We're gonna see the Boston Massacre. Okay. I'm curious to see how they frame it. I wonder also if we're going to see
This place is incredible. The people.
oh my god,
the sounds and
Crispus
smells.
Attucks.
I could walk these streets for
The
days
first
and
martyr
know
of
not
the
even half its
revolution.
wonders.
I thought the same as you upon a time. These days, I much prefer the quiet of the countryside.
But there is so much life here. So many opportunities.
For a few, my boy. For a few. There's a store close to here. You're to buy the items on this list. Tell them where the carriage is, and they'll see that it's loaded. Understood?
Yes.
Good. You're also going to need a new name. Your skin is fair enough that you might pass for one with Spanish or Italian blood. Better to be thought a Spaniard than a native. And both are better still than I.
That is not true.
What's true and what is aren't always the same.
What would you call me then?
Kana. Yes, that will be your name. All right then, off you go.
So it's interesting. He's mentioning anti-black racism is very prevalent. Anti-native racism is also, Native American racism is also present, of course. That said, a lot of the founders, a lot of like the intelligentsia, had a very prejudiced and admittedly also racist way of thinking about Native Americans, which is this idea that they of like, quote unquote, the noble savage stereotype. It's really becomes popular in the 19th century, but it's present in Thomas Jefferson's writings, in Ben Franklin's writings. Ben Franklin, actually, it's fascinating. Ben Franklin hates people of African descent, especially in his youth. Really hates people of African descent. He hates Germans. He hates basically non-Anglo, as in like non-Anglo-Saxon peoples. But he also generally is likes Native American peoples and critiques Western encroachment. In his mind, white Anglo-Saxon and indigenous peoples were the two best quote-unquote races. So like a very strange form of racism present in some of the founders' writings. But the average person walking through the streets of indigenous descent would definitely, in the late 1700s, draw a lot of ire. A few decades ago, actually, in the early 1700s, maybe not nearly as much, because again, indigenous peoples are more often trading with colonists pretty regularly. At this point, however, Boston's pretty far from quote unquote the frontier, where a lot of indigenous peoples have been kind of pushed. Oh, they're talking about the taxes levied on the colonists to help pay for the 7 Years' War.
You lost?
I need the items on this list.
Will you be paying with coin or trade? Some of these things I have, some I don't. Lumber's hard to come by since my supplier up and vanished. I have the tools and pitch, though. Nails, too. So, where do you want this delivered?
Our wagon is near the State House.
Okay. So interesting interaction there where, it shows the guy's very suspect and then sees the money and he becomes very, congenial. That's definitely, this is a merchant town, merchant society. Sometimes prejudices will be put to the side for the sake of profit.
I should return to Achilles.
That's very true. Hold on, I'm going to listen to this guy real quick.
No one, but old Sarum is represented. And Newport and Newtown, Seaford and Saltash, the list goes on. Rotten boroughs, one and all.
Okay.
And yet, there are men who speak for them. These places...
Talking about how a lot of the...
Are we not entitled to have a say in our governance?
How they're being taxed, but they don't have... None of the colonies at this point have representation in British Parliament. But...
and how we responded. We spoke up. We resisted, so they stood down. We were heard, and it was repealed. But now...
Okay, this guy's just providing a better summary than I could, actually, realistically.
The tax taxes are not so high, they say. The money is put to good use, they say. Fie, I say. Fie, we should all say. Though the taxes may be small, they were enacted and enforced without our consent. As to their use, they pay governors and judges.
Okay,
And if it's
so this is true.
them, it's written to whom they are
Sorry, I want to pause this. So this is true. Part of some of the acts, what ended up happening is that Parliament put into effect taxes that would go directly to British magistrates. And the reason they did that was so that a lot of the British magistrates would be incentivized to enforce the law, because basically the idea is that fines and taxes would go directly to them, so they'd be incentivized monetarily to enforce those taxes. And so again, that is what happens. But there's a moment there where they talk about like how, oh, the taxes aren't very high. Generally, they weren't, actually. A few of them were definitely a problem. The Stamp Act was one. The Sugar Act, when it was first, which preceded the Stamp Act, if I'm remembering right, was not quite as controversial. Colonists still pushed against it, but it really affected merchants because merchants were the ones trading in sugar. Things like the Stamp Act, however, was more commonplace. Average folks were having to pay for stamps. And so as a result, that was something that everybody felt. But some of the taxes and policies put in place by the crown weren't placing undue financial burden on the colonists. The Tea Act, for instance, which precipitates the quote-unquote Boston Tea Party. So the Tea Act, actually the way it works is it's making tea cheaper for the colonists. So the colonists, the average people buying tea, are buying cheaper tea. Now they have to buy British tea, but the idea is that it is actually cheaper for the colonists, but allegedly, or what they argue, is that because there's no representation, all of it's an encroachment by the crown, that their rights are being trampled upon, which is an interesting. I mean, again, if you see the argument that if it's truly about representation, then that argument holds true. Like, who cares if it's less? Who cares if the policy benefits us if we don't have representation? Some historians of art take a more cynical look, though, and say then it's not probably really about the taxes at all. Okay. So these soldiers are grabbing someone, I guess just to show general turmoil or oppression.
We're headed to the customs house to toss some quips at the lobsters.
Toss some quips. Okay, so they did throw things prior to the Boston Massacre.
We're going to ruffle some redback.
Oh, okay. That said Sam. Probably Sam Adams and the Sons of Liberty. Sam Adams was present at the Boston Massacre.
With me to King Street. We'll show them.
What happened?
That's what we're going to
Down to
find
the
out.
customs house for a spree.
Follow me.
Come along.
Okay. Okay, these people fighting with the British colonists, I don't know what's going on here, but someone would be intervening. They would not be allowed to just do this. Several other guards would be coming along. What is happening here? This is, I don't know of any reports of this taking place, but maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, I don't know what the whole struggle is taking place is about there. What's happening here? Okay, anyway.
I say again, disperse.
Okay, that's Captain Preston.
Congregating in this manner is forbidden.
We're not going anywhere, bud.
Oi! Why did you go back to England?
No good can come of this chaos. Return to your homes, and all will be forgiven.
Never.
Not until you've answered for your crimes.
You're right, cowards.
don't scare us.
Pointing guns at unarmed
We
folk.
ain't afraid.
Is that my
Oh.
father?
Yes, which means trouble is sure to follow. I need you to tail his accomplice.
Okay. So interesting.
This crowd is a powder keg. We can't allow him to light the fuse.
But
But nothing. Do as I say and go.
So previously,
Come on, you gosh-gutted
or so it is generally known.
Hey, Lobster, go ahead.
Um,
Fire your little gun.
Yeah, so that's true. The colonists were daring. I don't know if you hear that guy. He said, "Fire your little gun." It's true. The colonists were daring the British soldiers to fire, from what we could tell. We know this because of the trial that emerges afterwards, in which famed founding father and future president of the United States, John Adams, served as Captain Preston and his men's kind of defense lawyer. And oh, is this guy stuck? Please tell me he's not stuck. Man. Okay, so this is glitching out because he's supposed to be walking somewhere. I wonder if I can disrupt his, like...
Boy, you there! What's all the fuss about?
Fire at the town.
Okay. Okay, I'm tailing. Okay. Okay. I hate tailing missions. This is like the least fun part. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Don't want to get caught. Oh yeah, need to hide. Alright, go somewhere else. Okay. So, I wonder if the premise is going to be that the Templars are the ones that started the Boston Massacre. Okay.
Your plot is ended.
Not quite.
Oh, so yeah, Charles Lee. Okay.
Ugh, damn you! Fire!
Okay. So, now I gotta run from the guards.
I need to find Achilles.
Alright. Alright, enemies will attack on sight. Now I need to find my way to Achilles. Wonder if I can just stick to the rooftops. One thing I always found interesting in a lot of these Assassin's Creed games, especially later ones, like there are always guards on the roof. I've never heard of that, like outside of very specific circumstances, like guards just patrolling rooftops. Haven't really seen that here, which is good so far, I don't think. But yeah, it's something that was actually like, they didn't really have that in the first Assassin's Creed, at least not many. I think they had a few, but they slowly increased over time. Alright, just jump over here. Alright. Run through here.
Over here.
Alright. Oh, are we meeting Sam Adams? Oh, what does it say about Sam Adams? Sorry, I'm just reading through the thing. Okay, yep. Alright. So, Sam Adams with his group, the Sons of Liberty. Pretty rowdy.
You're Achilles, boy.
And pretty aggressive
Connor,
against
was it?
magistrates, British magistrates.
I saw what happened at the townhouse. A fine mess, that.
Who are you?
Samuel Adams, at your service. Achilles asked me to get you out of Boston.
Explain.
The whole city's looking for you.
Oh yay! Oh yay! A criminal stalks the streets.
Okay, wow, that's a
wanted in connection
very
with the
quick.
massacre at the townhouse.
That's a very
Citizens
quick
are
wanted
advised to
poster.
call the guards if they this madman
What am I supposed to do?
justice.
You can take down these posters for a start. Return to me once you remove the others.
Again, that's what that was.
We can't be seen together.
We were
until
spot
these posters are gone.
20 minutes ago, and okay. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can knock this guy into the water so that I can go remove the. Oh wow. Okay, I was hoping I could just pull him in.
We shall have no answers until he is in custody. So long as he still walks the streets, all of us are in danger.
Okay. See if I can sneak over here. Oh, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, that's really high profile. Didn't want to do that. All right. A lot of guards.
Say for certain who fired the first shot, but we now suspect a man of native origin.
Okay. Well, now I'm just gonna have to cut my way through. Okay, so I can't counter that guy. Okay. Again, already killing more people than in the Boston Massacre. Woo! Boy. All right, Connor. Well, notoriety lowered. I guess. Oh boy.
But we now suspect a man of native origin.
Okay.
Ah, Connor. There you are. I'd like you to meet Cyrus.
Is he the killer?
Peace. Cyrus is on our side, or rather, for the right price, he will be.
Have you seen this man?
Watch and learn.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Word has reached us that the man responsible for today's shooting may have been in disguise. A wig and makeup tin were found near the scene of the crime. Witnesses describe a middle-aged gentleman of pale complexion fleeing towards the wharves, rifle in arm.
Thank you kindly, Cyrus.
Pleasure.
Come on, then. There's still one last bit of work to do.
Again, this is still kind of a tutorial mission, teaching you how to lower your notoriety.
Where are we going?
To the printer. Where do you think all those posters came from? They're made by a machine. We need to shut it down. Damn it, we're too late. They've set up a checkpoint. Come on. This way.
I can go by rooftop and meet you there.
No. Better you learn about the tunnels now.
Tunnels?
The Masons have a whole network of them under the
Oh, I
city.
get it. It's supposed to be like
They're quite useful
Freemasons
ways
have
to
their
keep secrets
secret tunnels and secret connections. That's very funny. Oh, I didn't mean... Oh, that was for the other thing. Okay. So I have to go over that way. Alright. Oh, wait, whoa. Why is it... Oh, I need to wait for... Why would they make him slow? Okay. I'll stop complaining. That's a dead end, I think. Oh, here we go. Alright. So... Can I go around this way? And then... Okay, I think this is the route. Alright. So... I'll need to... Okay, here we are.
Then.
Mission complete.
Hold on.
Oh. Okay, so these are supposed to be the underground tunnels beneath Boston.
Use your lantern to light the lamps, Connor.
Oh.
They'll help us find our way should we get turned around.
I wonder why they built these tunnels.
Well, that's not what I meant to do. Light that. Come on. Boom. Okay. So I guess
Excellent. Let us move on.
go through a maze here.
Much as it pains me to say it, we must follow the rats, as they often move in the direction of an exit.
Okay. Right. Where can I find the... Okay, so the rat is right here. Rat's going this way. Okay. Alright, here we go.
Well, well. You were right. I apologize for ever doubting. No wonder Achilles has taken such an interest in you. Arse. I don't suppose lockpicking is part of your repertoire?
So I guess that's a yes. Oh, is it a minigame or does he just do it? Oh, it's a minigame. Okay. Rotate L and locate to hold the tension angle. Okay. Okay.
Well done. The printer isn't far. Let us reconvene there.
All right. So that way, that was the whole mission, I guess. Just get through the tunnels underneath. Okay. So now I'm probably going to go ahead and call it quits here, and we will pick up with our meeting with Sam Adams. That sounds like meeting at a bar, meeting with Sam Adams. But yeah, we'll pick up there. Thank you for another episode for watching of Historian Reacts. And yeah, we'll pick things up post Boston Massacre. Hopefully we'll get to adult Connor here in a bit when he's actually a trained assassin and can go on missions and all that stuff. That things should pick up there, I'm hopeful for. All right. Well, thank you all very much.